Good evening, students. I hope your Monday is going well. Well, we are now in week 7 of exploring the New Testament together. So we are actually in this is actually the final full week of the course. And your week 7 assignments went live this morning. So those are now available for you. This week is going to be the same as it has been in your previous weeks, for your assignments. You're going to have your unit quiz, your discussion, your reflection, and your essay. So same assignments this week, and you'll have the same due dates. So your discussion will be due, initial discussion post, again, due Wednesday evening, and then your 2 responses to your classmates will be due Friday evening, and then your essay, your reflection, and your unit quiz all due on Sunday evening. Again, all those dates by 11:59. I will, at the end of the video, be going over your week 8 assignments. Because week 8 will be a short week, so I will go over that here shortly at the end of the video this evening. In regards to your previous week's assignments, continue to be grading those and get those to you as quickly as I can with feedback. Again, as you are getting your assignments, as I've mentioned before, you have to go into the SCRUM rubric to be able to see the feedback that is provided. And again, if you have any questions at all about your feedback, ways that you can improve on your assignments, please reach out to me with those questions. So with that, as we get into your week 7 assignments this week, there's going to be 4 different articles you're reading out of the ESV. So there's 3 different introductions, one on the book of Hebrews, James, and 1 Peter. And then you're reading an article on salvation. So that's going to be the 4 different articles that you're going to be reading out of the ESV for this week. And then your scripture reading is actually going to be coming from the book of Hebrews, James, and also 1 Peter. And as I've mentioned before, anytime you are reading through the assigned scripture reading, make sure that you are reading the footnotes there that are connected with the different verses, because the footnotes, again, will further assist you in just understanding the overall context of the passage or the verse that you're reading. And so I just wanted to make sure that I highlight that for you. And then there is a video lecture this week on Paul versus James, basically looking at justification by faith. And so there's a video lecture by R.C. Sproul. Really encourage you to make sure that you do watch your lecture this week. So as you do get into your assignments, you're going to see that your initial discussion post is actually going to be looking at Hebrews chapter 11. If you're familiar with Hebrews chapter 11 has kind of been given the name as the Faith Hall of Fame. So it's particular individuals in the scriptures who have really demonstrated the spiritual gift of faith. And so you're going to choose one of those individuals in what we call the Faith Hall of Fame, and you're going to basically write about that person, the individual that is especially encouraging to you. And so if you choose to write about more, that's fine, but you need to pick at least one and then write an initial post about that individual and how their faith kind of speaks to you. And then again, following up with 2 responses to 2 of your classmate assignments. So again, that's going to be your discussion for this week. And then your reflection is actually going to be looking at the book of James chapter 2, verses 14 to 26, really looking about what James is teaching there with faith versus works, and then also looking at Paul's teaching from Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9, where Paul is saying that we are saved by grace through faith. And this is where the video lecture is going to come in to be able to assist you as you are writing your reflection for this week. So you're going to be answering, again, those questions listed there for your reflection, again, following the assignment instructions, making sure that you are submitting 2 paragraphs with at least 200 words, so that you're fulfilling that word requirement policy, and then that you are also indenting your paragraphs, that you're double spacing, that you're submitting either as a PDF or a Word document, and that you're also citing your sources at the end. Again, making sure that even if you use the ESV, you need to make sure that you cite your source in your works cited page. So that's where you're going to be for your reflection this week, looking again at the book of James, looking at the kind of the contrast between faith versus works. And then your essay this week is actually going to be coming also from James chapter 1 and then 1 Peter chapter 1. And you're going to be looking at what James talks about in regards to believers when we go through trials, how do we respond to those? And then the same thing, Peter also deals with that in 1 Peter about how we approach trials and how we deal with those. So you're going to be looking at James chapter 1 and First Peter chapter 1 as well, and then answering those 4 specific questions there. Again, making sure that you're fulfilling all of those requirements also. So you have a proper heading for your essay, that you are, again, fulfilling the word requirements listed, that you are double spacing, using indenting your paragraphs, making sure that you have a clear works-cited page as well. Again, if you have questions at all about your assignments, again, do reach out to me with those questions. Now, as I mentioned to you earlier, this is going to be the final full week of the course. And so next week we'll begin week 8, and week 8 is going to be a short week. So your assignments will be available for you on Monday morning. But the only difference is for this week is the assignments are all going to be due, except for your initial discussion post, will be due on Thursday. I'm just trying to find out the date on that. So your initial discussion post will be due on Wednesday like it has been before. So Wednesday, that's going to be October 15th by 11:59. And then your remaining assignments, so your 2 responses to your classmates, your unit quiz, your essay, and your reflection are all going to be due on Thursday evening by 11:59. So that's October 16th. So again, next week is a short week, so just make sure that you are looking at those due dates, getting those assignments submitted on time, because late assignments will not be accepted for grading for week 8. So make sure that you are getting your assignments submitted in on time, and so that I'm able to get those graded. So again, initial discussion post due Wednesday evening, 11:59. All remaining assignments need to be submitted by 11:59 Thursday evening, October the 16th. And again, I will make an announcement about that next week as your assignments are becoming available. Again, if you have any questions at all about your assignments, please reach out to me. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I will be working as quickly as I can to get the remaining previous week's assignments graded and returned to you with feedback. With that, I hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week, and look forward to connecting with all of you again soon.